Hey Wargamers, Josh here with Wargames Delivered, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Kreuzschützen motorcycle with a sidecar. It's a little bit different than the assembly for the one without the sidecar, so I think you guys will be pretty interested. So why don't you come along with me and we'll go check it out. And make sure you stop in and visit us at www.wargamesdelivered.com, link in the description below, and make sure you take advantage of our buy 6 get 3 promo we've got going on. The BMW R75 was a standout of motorcycles chosen by the German military during World War II. It had a proven performance and speed, with numerous motorcycle races being won pre-World War II. If the BMW R75 was entered into a race, it was almost guaranteed that that was the motorcycle that was going to take it. This caught the attention of the German army. Towards the end of the war, the R75 served as a prototype for later BMW motorcycles, such as the R51/3, the R67, and the R68. More importantly, the R75 is still a favorite among motorcycle collectors today due to its beautiful construction and award-winning performance. During the Second World War, the BMW R75 was specially built for the German army, with about 70% of its parts being interchangeable with the Zundap KS750. This move was specified by the German High Command and the Wehrmacht leadership not to diversify those spare parts. These sidecars had specific mounting brackets for the MG13 and the MG14 machine gun on both the front and rear side of the car for mounting. Motorcycles as a war machine really found their stride as the R75 was introduced to the German army. It had a front telescoping suspension, and its rear wheel, the rear wheel in the sidecar, was driven, and it had a limited slip differential that was lockable and hydraulic brakes, meaning that it could go just about anywhere and stop really easily. It had 4 forward-moving gears plus a reverse gear. You could change gear shifts with either foot. It had controls for reduction gears for off-road driving, and it was the most copied motorcycle, specifically by Russian engineers. Incredibly useful off-road during the African campaign, this motorcycle went on to see many upgrades throughout its life, including the addition of a system that recirculated hot air, exclusively hot air and not exhaust gases, to warm the driver's hands and the sidecar's feet. The only problem was it did add excessive weight and caused many of them to get bogged down in the snow and in the ice. Once they were stuck, it was almost impossible to get them out. They had to be towed out by other vehicles because they would get so stuck in there and they were too heavy to pull out by hand. Make sure you follow that link in the description below to make sure you can get your 3 free paints. By buying any 6 Army Painter paints, you will get 3 paints free. There was a large amount of flash and residual metal across this model, so I did have to go at it with a file as well as a buffer to make sure that I cleaned it all up nicely. So here we are going to do some basic assembly. We are going to stick the frame to the underside of the motorcycle. We're going to hit everything with a nice coat of Army Painter matte black primer through an airbrush just to get a nice smooth surface to start with. And once we finished up with the matte black primer and everything has dried, we are going to hit it with some desert yellow through that airbrush as well for our base coat. I went ahead and I applied it lightly so that it didn't fully saturate and some of that black came through. That black is going to help us to simulate chipping later on. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This build has been super fun so far. If you've been enjoying these videos, make sure you hit that like button and check out our web store to get your hands on this mini and all of the paints that I used using the buy 6 get 3 free promo we're running right now. And if you want to see how we went from this to this, make sure to tune in next week to see how it all finishes up. I'm Josh, this is Wargames Delivered, and until next time, we'll see you on the tabletop. Bye-bye!